welcome to an audience with ISAA. Hi guys, how are you? So this is the promised audience with ISAA that we're kicking off in the month of April, all through the month of April, and it's been really well anticipated. And I just want to say, given a little bit of background, I've got my first guest here. I'm gonna have to say something about my first guest, a very brave guy. Obviously is a good friend, and when I asked quite a few of my friends if they would like to join me to do this project, he jumped straight in. His words is, yeah, I'm really curious and I'm happy he's the first one. So effectively, you know, when you're the first one, you turn out to be an experiment. So I'm hereby introducing Mr. Biodun to you guys. He will give you a little bit of background into himself. But thank you, Biodun, for joining me today. And thank you for being a really good sport. And one of the things that's happened is we've already had fun anyway today with the technical glitches, etc. that we've had just getting all our apps together. So, and he's been really good about it. No panic. We've simply worked through what issues we've got. So I'm really looking forward to this, and it's going to be a really, really exciting time for all of us. So just to kickstart this, I would ask Biodun to do a quick introduction to himself, and before we pick up the topic, please take it away.
Good afternoon, all. I'm Biodun Odunlami. I'm a lawyer. I'm in the business of law.
Yeah. Wow. And can I say something about, you might be in the business of law, but we do have a nickname for you. And what's that nickname?
The one and the nose.
So just a slight one. We're obviously, we go back a long way, and in school, as you know, people come up with different names for different people. And it's such a good spot about being called Nose. So I'll just leave it there and take it away, Biodun.
Okay. So, in terms of interest, I've had interest in the aviation industry for quite a long time, from when I was young, to be precise.
Wow.
In fact, I ended up in boarding school in northern Nigeria due to aviation.
Yeah.
There was the incentive of I was going to apply to school from Lagos to Makurdi every term, which seemed very interesting at the time for a 10-year-old. So I got to do that till I left boarding school 6 years later.
Right. Okay.
Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not a science student. I've always loved law as a profession. So I went into university, studied law, qualified, came to England. Well, I diverted a bit. I went to do a master's in IT. In IT for 8 years. And I woke up one day and I realized I was born a lawyer, not an IT person. And I went back to legal practice now since 2002.
Okay.
Which is about 18 years ago. In total, I left law school in 94. That would be 26 years. So I've been in this business for quite an era.
Wow.
At the moment, I moved back to Nigeria about 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. And I specialize in aviation law.
Interesting. So that's why you've chosen aviation as the
I've chosen aviation as a topic.
As a topic, yeah.
And see who I can encourage to join the field.
Fantastic.
Of aviation.
Yeah.
When you say aviation, people think it's too complicated, but really it's not. Like every other aspect of law, it's basically practice and adhering to the legislations and things and statute.
Yeah.
And I'll start by just giving you a brief overview of the regulatory bodies and legislations that governs aviation in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And Civil Aviation Act, the CAA 2000, is a principal legislation which governs aviation in Nigeria. While the regulatory body, the apex regulatory body, is Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, which we refer to as NCA.
Yeah.
The other regulatory bodies in Nigeria which regulate aviation, such as the Federal Airports Authority, FAN, which a lot of you will be content with. They manage all the airports in Nigeria. There's no private airports in Nigeria. Okay. All the airports are owned and managed on behalf of the government by FAN. Then in terms of the Ministry of Aviation, it used to be under the Federal Ministry of Transport. Under the current dispensation, it's been broken off as a separate ministry. It's responsible for formulation of the aviation policies in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
You also have the NAM, which is Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, which is responsible for all the air traffic services, aeronautical telecommunication, navigation, takeoff and landing of those aircrafts. As you're aware, anytime an aircraft takes off, there are communication between towers and radio stations to identify location, charge for the overflight routes and all that. It's NOMAD that is responsible.
Right. Yeah.
Then in terms of aviation safety, that was also governed by the Civil Aviation Act and Nigerian Civil Aviation Regulations of 2015.
Wow. Okay.
Internationally, you have the International Civil Aviation Authority, which ensures safe operation of all the airlines.
Yeah.
The NCA in Nigeria established to conform with this.
Mm-hmm.
Ideal standards. These standards are incorporated into this NCA to ensure compliance in terms of general safety conditions as to crew, operations, and airworthiness. In the process of regulating aviation in Nigeria is a signatory to a number of conventions, where there are a number of international conventions that govern civil aviation.
Mm-hmm.
There is a convention on the international recognition of rights in aircraft, that's the Geneva Convention of 1948. There is that of the Montreal Convention of 1999, which is commended for unification of certain relating to international carriage of air. And thirdly, the most important, which I'd like to touch on because of this discussion, is the Cape Town Convention on Aft Financing.
Yeah.
Because all the problems Africa has today, and I'll use Nigeria as a case study in this discussion, is that a lot of the aircrafts operating in Africa today are very under our NCA rules. You're not allowed to register an aircraft that is older than 20 years old.
And are you saying, are they flouting that law?
I'm sorry to give you the bad news, but we have aircrafts as old as 34 years old.
Wow, in service?
Yes.
International service as well?
Local flights.
Oh, local flights, right.
We really don't have any Nigerian carrier today that is doing international services.
Okay.
The few that are doing so are using middle-aged aircrafts rather than new aircrafts, and not really their fault. Aviation as a business is capital intensive. Is denominated in US dollars.
Okay.
That's the currency of the prince, which allows you to fly across the west coast of Africa.
Yeah.
Because you're flying, which means Accra, Lomé, Freetown, Banjul.
Yeah.
You require 1 billion capitalization to register that.
Okay.
Of risk.
Mm-hmm.
In treating Africa as a key region to do business, they do not. You find today that there are no new aircrafts on the domestic scene in most African countries.
Wow.
In fact, a lot of them don't have national carriers, as you put it. Even though I won't go into the story of national carriers today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for what you've talked about so far. When we were talking about topics aviation, we obviously identified that it will have a lot of challenges. And from what I can see from our interview so far, you spent the last 5 minutes talking about the challenges. I mean, what I must say is, in you talking about the challenges, I can still see the passion that you have for that industry coming through as you're talking about it. So I think what it'll be worth doing is you spending sort of like the next couple of minutes, because you've mentioned some challenges about safety, about risk and opportunities, the African landscape being seen as very risky, and the fact that we don't actually have local players as such in this industry. So it would be good if you can spend just a few minutes talking about how you see us tackling this challenge. The challenges that you've listed. I mean, and in any order, we've talked safety, we've talked money, we've talked capitalization, we've talked interest. So if you can go into that, that would be quite good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All the time, and that's why I said to you, I'll spend a bit of time on the Cape Town Convention. The world has come to realize that there's a problem in that sector. And as such, in 2001, they all sat down and came up with the Cape Town Convention, the Convention on Mobile Assets, to ensure security of those assets.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a signatory to the convention, and in fact, we domesticated the Cape Town Convention under the Civil Aviation Act in 2006. It's under, I think, 73(2) of the convention. That's how we domesticated it.
Yeah.
However, in the implementation of that, there have been challenges. Those challenges have been caused by the Nigerian factor, as I'll put it.
Okay.
We've signed up to the convention, we've domesticated it, adopted it as part of the law. So yes, we've tried to comply with it in terms of the letter and the spirit of it. But somewhere along the line, we've had violators or people trying to, with smart people, give it to
yes.
Quite smart. What the convention allows us to do, or what it was supposed to do, was make it easier for us to obtain aircraft on lease, sublet aircraft financing, so that we could bring the average age of the aircraft operating in our landscape down.
Yes.
From something years to under 20 years. Initially, it made life easy. People were able to lease aircraft. More airlines came into business. But unfortunately, some unscrupulous operators also made life difficult over time.
Yes.
For the players, in terms of what the convention did was you signed a power of attorney up front, allowing the NCA to register an aircraft when you default, and the lessor wants to obtain its aircraft.
Yes.
Given that our people are quite smart when it comes to the letter of the law, we found a loophole, or Nigerians found a loophole when they ran to the courts once they were in default, and we felt the lessor was going to come and obtain its aircraft.
Yes.
By going an injunction at the Federal High Court, because the Federal High Court is responsible for aviation under our constitution. Once they obtain that injunction, it compels the NCA from the registering the aircraft, so the lessor cannot take its aircraft.
Oh wow.
And then they continue to use the aircraft and flog it until it can no longer fly it due for a major check.
Okay. So I'm liking the sound of being due for a major check. So it's not, you don't find out that it's due for a major check midway through a flight, for example.
No, not at all. Basically, on a daily basis, it has a check.
Yes.
The line.
And if I were to just pause a bit in terms of, it feels to me like, you know, the industry to a certain level, if I may say, in Africa as a whole, has scope for development, and I think that would be the most positive way I can put it. And just, I mean, you've said, I mean, we could spend hours doing this, but because we're rather constrained for time, I would say, just thinking about it, you know, you've shed a lot of light. I can see the complexity, so I can see what you probably enjoy as a lawyer in this industry. And the fact that it still requires a lot of development to get it to, I would say, where we can say is satisfactory. But, you know, we're very happy that, as you've said, there are lots of professionals doing the very best they can, and hopefully it'll become a very, very matured industry as it goes along. And as you know, just to round all of this up, if we were to encourage, because one of the reasons we are actually doing this as well is just to bring the different topics, the different areas of people's lives into close attention for other people that may be interested. So one of the things I'm interested in is, our youths. There's so many, there's a lot of information. I would say there's a lot of data flying about, not necessarily information. You've kindly spent the last 30 minutes or so putting me through what you do, what the aviation industry is about. How would you encourage the younger generation coming along to get into this industry that may be interested in studying law and may be interested in aviation? What are one or two things that you'd say to them just to keep their interest?
In terms of those studying law, there are lots of courses out there that you can do apart from just the basic study of law. IATA, for instance, operates a number of courses for lawyers in the industry.
Okay.
Ranging from aircraft finance to aircraft operations, airport management, finance for lawyers in the aviation industry. So there are a number of courses that operate at different venues across the world, all through the year.
Yeah.
Apart from that, they've got to read up.
Yes.
Then there are universities now that are running programs on aviation finance, aviation management, aviation laws, and all.
Would this be at first degree level, or you'd have to specialize, maybe at master's level?
No, master's.
Okay, that makes sense.
Master's level.
Yes, makes sense.
At master's level, because basically at first degree you're basically studying law generally.
Yeah.
You've got to go and specialize
thereafter.
McGill, for example, offers a master's for in aviation law.
Yeah, all right.
A number of institutions that are running programs for the aviation industry.
Yes.
Whether on the legal side of life or on the technical side of life.
Yes.
In Nigeria, I believe, apart from the flying school in Zaria, Kwara State has introduced some aviation courses.
Okay, that's interesting. There's so many. There's a lot of scope and areas to explore, and it's very interesting actually. Quite technical, but I can see when one gets into it. Wow, thank you so much actually for that, for coming to spend time. It's been really interesting, and I wouldn't have thought of a topic about aviation. So I'm quite glad. You're my first interview of the same ideas, effectively, maybe potentially like me, that just want to get something done. And I think this is a good way. When I take the 30 minutes that we've just done, we've talked about how you've built yourself, what you've been interested in, and the potential is how we can take it forward. So what I'm hoping is, even if it's only 20, 30 people that get to see this video, hopefully it does impart some knowledge into someone, and it's fantastic. So thank you, Biodun, very much. I really appreciate the time. I appreciate the effort, and I have to commend you once again that thank you for being the first one to try doing this remotely with me. It hasn't been easy, actually. It's been a rather difficult experience, but I think I would like to say that I know we both enjoy challenges, so it's been a good challenge. And guys, just to say, I'm so appreciative of Biodun carrying on till the end, because we've had some challenges, as I said, when we first started with our laptops, and now we ended up doing it on the phone.